Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Tarot Miss Diamond. I'm Miss Diamond. I'm so happy to have you all back again. If you are a returning Diamond Collective, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. And we are so happy that you were able to make it over here with us today. All right. So, sorry, y'all. Let me move on. Lotion on my hands. My hands a little ashy. Okay. So, also, just so I remind everybody, I am partnering with More Than a Virgo Nails. I do not have my nails on today. However, I am still raffling off 2 pair of custom press-on nails. So, if you would like to be entered into a raffle to receive 1 pair, please do me a favor and book a session with me, 30 minutes or more. Okay, 30 minutes or more sessions enters you into the raffle for a pair of custom nails made by More Than a Virgo Nails, who I'm partnering with, and I will link their information in the description box. All right, before we get started, I'd like for all of us to go ahead and take a deep breath in, hold for 4, and then release for 4. When you release, just make sure you are dropping your shoulders. Now, I like to make sure that we're doing this. If you are a regular, you already know. I don't play that mess. Get it. I want everything removed, okay? So we're going to go ahead and step in for a minute. Make sure you're in a place where you can have your hands and feet flat if you can. If you can't, it's okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in for 4. And hold for 4, and then release 4, and then you're going to drop your shoulders. As you do that, just removing all that stagnant energy. So hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and release, dropping those shoulders. Okay, so my ancestors, spirit guides, please cover and protect me as I channel the message from my Diamond Collective. Thank you. So I pulled 3 cards just to get an idea of what the message would be for the collective today. And it looks like some of y'all got some daddy issues. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. But what is happening here is you are closing these doors to these daddy issues. Okay? You have Iku here, which is like the death card in tarot. An ending of cycles. The devil card, which is still just the devil card, honey, okay? The devil card here is jealousy, toxicity. And the reason I say it's daddy issues is because you have Oshala coming out next, and he is literally the definition of a good man, a good father, a good provider, good protector. That is definitely, like, that's who, you know, this Orisha represents. Okay, just to give you an idea. I'm gonna go word for word, not really word for word. What I find interesting about this situation is I asked my son to come upstairs the other day to pick two of my tarot decks to bring downstairs to me so that I could read. And these are the decks he chose. He chose this one and the Shadow Work Journey. So we're going to work on both, okay? So Iku, end of something, change or transmutation, metamorphosis, sign of disease, peak of something, transformation into another thing, renewal, danger or crisis, death of a thing, thought, situation, feeling, condition, state, etc. This for me is giving something is ending, something's closing, a chapter, something that you did no longer need to hold on to. And this, with the devil card here, black magic or evil witchcraft, terrible energetic and or spiritual pressure, creating a completely negative magnetic field, ignorance, bad thoughts, jealousy, and destroying envy, wickedness, or at all levels. Whew. This is about breaking generational curses. Okay? And this is centered around a male figure. Or it could be what I'm feeling. Male figure doesn't necessarily have to be your father. It could be male centeredness. A lot of you could be breaking generational curses centered around men. And that is a big thing because in a lot of communities, that's something that, you know, you see a lot of people now moving forward to. When you get into Oxola and what Oxola represents, kind father, positive paternal archetypes, leadership, position and authority, a fair judge, a magistrate, a gentle king or ruler, intelligence and wisdom, activities where reason is involved, mental clarity, divine protection, spiritual role, charitable and clear spirit, complete peace and happiness, teacher, professor, and any other person who forges active minds, enlightened teacher, priest who fulfills his duties as such within the framework of truth and justice. Like I said, an all-around good man. It's a good, kind man, okay? Some of you are breaking your generational curses centering around what exactly that looks like for you or what that is. And I find it strange. I was just yelling at my phone screen because I saw a video of a man who thought disciplining his child was basically like sitting on top of them where they could not breathe. This child was definitely in his straight, like you could feel like the fear coming out this child. And you know, some of you might have thought the way of disciplining your child, that could be significant. That could be very significant. You could be breaking generational curses around what it looks like to be a father figure and what discipline truly looks like. Some of you could have had issues with that. Okay? Let's get into it. All right. What else, Spirit? Elegba is... that's the second time I've seen Elegba. The road opener. So you're ending a cycle, your new roads are now opening. New doors are now opening for you. A new path is being forged. The Babalarisha, much like the magician in this deck. Then you have Pambagira, which they say female issue, but we don't like saying that. Okay. Pambagira is all about passion, freedom, in a sense. And you have the Five of Water, which is the Five of Cups, which is loss. Some of you are finding freedom after losing someone who's like a father figure. Or you're trying to find, some of you could be getting back out there in the dating world. And you're trying not to lose yourself, lose sight of who you are when choosing a mate. I don't know why the word mate came out, but that's definitely like, for some of you who are very spiritual, choosing a mate is the operative word here. Choosing a forever person. That is something that is obviously that's important to you. And breaking generational curses around this father figure is definitely one of the ways that you are understanding what you should be looking for when choosing a mate or a forever partner. This is definitely for my divine feminines. Some of you could be very much so very free spirited, very, you're free willed. You're learning So where you often chose toxic masculinity or toxic masculines in your energy, or men who try to perceive themselves to be as divine masculine, what you're closing your door, your idea of that. You're now moving in a different direction, into a different path of choosing someone who is virtuous, prudent, wise. That's important to you. You're now wiser to what it is being a divine masculine, understanding what that looks like to you, especially. Okay? And like I said, a lot of you are free-spirited, free-willed. I know when I first started my journey, Pamagira, she was definitely an Orisha that I felt I understood very well. Parties, weddings, festivities, and celebrations in general, shared happiness and surprises, beginning of courtship, engagement, or marriage, falling in love, seduction, chance, and intuition, prizes, gifts. Let's look at who she is. The female version of Exu, which don't know, again, please, I hate when they say that. She has a lot of the same characteristics, okay? She's known by several names, such as Maria Padilla, Maria Malambo. She acts as intermediaries between the Orisha and humanity. Cheerful, lively, and extremely seductive. Charm. Some of you could be needing to get out. Some of you like to dance. Some of you can love the color pink. It's really weird because I love pink. It's my favorite color. The Five of Cups is shown as a man drowning. You are trying to figure out how not to drown or lose yourself, while also trying to allow yourself to love. You're trying to allow yourself to love without losing yourself. That could be a generational curse that you saw many women in your family making. Look, extra, there go extra right there. Which, in my opinion, which means that the door that's opening up for you is your better half, your other half. This person gets you. Ace of Cups. I'm telling you, like, you all broke a generational curse that was centered around relationships. It hurt because you had to unlearn a lot of patterns. But the truth is, by breaking these generational curses, you're bringing in your divine counterpart. It's crazy. Like, you have the Four of Air, which is the Four of Swords. And then the Five of Fire, the Ten of Fire, which is the Ten of Wands. You had to rest from burden, from feeling so worn down. Like, he's like super hot in the sun. Like, the fire is like finally consumed him. In this card, you see the man laying on the ground, just under a rock, near a rock, just trying to relax. Darn near close to death, but he's not dead. He's just resting, which is why the vultures are around. You're like, he looks like a good snack. Fooled you. I'm not dead. I'm just taking a nap. All right. Don't know why, but some of you needed a long rest. You were so overwhelmed. It's like the heat was getting to you. And now you have this happy little dolphin. I know when I read cards, this happy little dolphin, man. He's all flipping around. Ace of water. Ace of cups. Okay? Mr. Dolphin. So happy. Flipping around. Flipper. Confusion comes. Another ace. Ace of fire. Four of cups. You could have had a hard time again working through this, so much so. So here, okay. Oh, excuse me. Confirmation. Just floating around. 4 cups, 4 of water. There was a lot of rejection here for yourself. You really had a hard time removing your ideals from this situation because it's all you ever knew. The first card we had was Salamanders, which is a weird card in my opinion. I always thought some of these cards were just strange, but this is what Spirit brought to my baby, because I'm telling you, when he did, I was like, this is what you chose? My son was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I just went with it, and my baby was like, yeah, it's what made, he's like, I just picked 2 cards up, and I was like, of course you did, Sebastian. Of course you did. Sebastian, y'all nephew is just hilarious, okay? Hilarious. Well, look for Salamander. Again, this deck is a bit strange sometimes for me. I try to, this card may represent a man or woman in his or her 40s with such experience in life, who fights for ideals and who is a great thinker, strategist, army officer, or ruler. Ooh, his or her will is strong, and he or she is dynamic and optimist, as well as realist and rational. I said some of you might have really tried to reject the change during this process. I was saying that you were stubborn. You were very stubborn during this process. It was so difficult. I'm starting to, oh no. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all might have saw no hope in this situation. I'm looking out my window and I see just one little light in a window. It's the only thing out there that makes this glowing, really. Just one little lit window. At first I had to make sure I was like seeing things, because I was like, what the hell? But no, it really is. In the vast dark place, it's just one window with light in it. You had a hard time seeing any hope in the idea of this. There's got to be more. Got to be something else. And you were just like, nope, I don't think so. You rejected this. You were like, you know what? This is what it is out here in these dating streets, and I'm leaving it at that. But here you have the Ace of Fire. And in this card, outside of like, the line is victorious in catching their prey. With the Ace of Cups here of overwhelming love, then you have the Two of Earth. This Warriors on this card. He's like, to move or not to move. Just doing what a Warriors does. But you're like, I made it. I'm gonna have this. It's okay. This might seem very like slow and drawn out right now. It might feel like, again, you're not getting anywhere. That's not the case. If you all know who you are, a daughter or a son of, speak to your Orisha, please. They're there for your guidance. Fairies and sylphs. Some of you might need to, some of you might be a daughter of Yamaye. You need to, a lot of water out here. Go sit by some water. Find yourself some water. 3 of Cups. You are victorious, and you'll be having a celebration. Coming back. It's coming full circle now. Everything is coming full circle for you. Like I said, Jimmy, fertility, motherhood, nurturing. Where you thought there was no hope, you now have a glimmer of hope. And you're nurturing that. Everything's coming full circle for you. I know it always seems like it doesn't make any sense, right? It always seems like nothing makes sense. I don't understand this. And right when you think it's all going straight to pots, the parts start, making good food. I know that sounds strange, but that's the way I need to put it. This card represents an old, mature man or woman who is a dreamer, sensible. Like I said, where you thought there was no hope, you now have hope. You now have hope because some of y'all might have met somebody that gave you a glimmer of hope. Made you feel like, you know what? It ain't all that bad. Or this is what's coming into you, some of you. Some of you are getting ready to run into a person that very unexpected. It wasn't planned. You honestly thought it was going to look one way, and it looks totally different right now. For some of you, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Where you were afraid you were going to not have access. There's a lot of water out here. I'm telling you. There's not a water. Some of y'all could be a Pisces, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of y'all could live by the water. I don't know why that came up. Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Some of y'all had some trouble around your finances, where you saw growth and expansion. 10-10. You could be seeing 10-10 a lot. Watch when 10-10 comes around. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're doing it. Six of Fires, which is the Six of Wands. Victory. Y'all need to continue on the path that you're on. Where there was once this 10 of Swords. It's going to be, you're going to start to see growth and expansion. But pay attention. You need to really pay attention to what adds to your life and what does not. Because there could be somebody that's trying to come in to take what you have or what you're growing. You're not going from 10 of Pentacles to 10 of Swords, or 10 of Air in this case, where everything just dies in this hot desert. But you need to be mindful that there are things and people around you who can take you down that path. Some of you got away from that. I'm feeling very tired. Some of you could be very tired. Some of you, again, y'all are on this journey. Everything is flowing to you. Success is flowing to you. On this journey, though, you just got to be very mindful. You're going to be victorious in the end. Some of you had to walk away. Some of you know what I feel like, honestly speaking? Some of y'all had individuals or people in your life who were a burden, who stabbed you in your back, who felt entitled to your growth, your abundance. Some of y'all might be hearing something about some type of family wealth or abundance. Generational wealth that's coming in for you. Some of y'all had to do like go into hiding. I know that sounds strange to say, but some of y'all had to go into hiding in your own way. Like y'all had to basically like go under the water. Under the sea. Under the sea. Y'all had to go on a trip. Y'all are about to have a transition. Your minds are going to be open. You're going to have clarity. Four of Wands, for air. You're going to be celebrating. Ace of Swords, because there's going to be truth. Somebody, I'm telling you, there was someone or something here, this 10 of Swords, 10 of Air, where everything died around, and you're going to figure out, you're going to be told, you're going to find out why. You're going to find out why. Why this happened. Why they were trying to be, why they felt so entitled to it, or why you didn't get it when you were supposed to. Nine of Swords. I'm telling you. Y'all are battling like the star. You know, I'm going to be honest. This deck is so... Nine of Wands. Nine of Fire. 999. It's crazy. Listen, you have all the nines out here. You all have some really good things coming. Like the Nine of Swords. You were definitely... Someone is losing sleep over not being able to reach you. You are soaring in the air. And there's a whole bunch of sticks and swords just trying to get at you. You're too high. You're too high now. Nine of Fire. You're resting. Like this, like you're not, this man in this Nine of Fire on this one, he's resting. He's in a state of rest. Not anything else. You're not. Three of Fire. Look at this. You're reaching the gold in your life. And you're going to be seen worldwide for like the earth, which is the world. Oh my gosh. Like I said, you're soaring. And those around you who really try to take from you. Oshun. Ite were ite Oshun. Ite were. Ite were ite Oshun. Ite were ite ya. Ochake nipa ite Oshun. Cheke ite Oshun. Ite were. Oshun brings sweetness when spirit sways. But this time, she's not bringing nothing sweet to these people. I'm telling you, some of y'all really need to speak to your Orishas, start talking to them. Because they're working for you, like, real bad. Like, they have seen some of the things you've been through. When things start to get all out of whack, Oshun is there to calm things. But don't get shit twisted. Just like Yemanye is a mother. She is calm. Don't get it twisted. Because for her children, she is no joke. And Oshun is no different. For her daughters and for her sons, she's no different. She is a mother. You are her children. So let's be very clear. Those who would not let you rest, they will not be resting soon. They will not be resting soon. Those who did not let you rest will not be resting soon. There was chances given, things. Six of Water. Those who were not resting, those who did not let you rest, will not be resting soon. But you will be. You will be like this mermaid by the sea. By the rivers, by the lakes, Again, it's not a water in reference to this deck. A lot of you could work with water deities. Some deity could be trying to reach you by water. You need to take some time and really figure out what that looks like for you. Don't do anything out of the ordinary, out of your character, but there are some trying to come through to work with you. You need to take time, reflect. Because the Orisha, they love their children. They do. They're like any other parent. Especially when they choose you. When they choose you. And when you ask them for help, when you reach out to your Orisha, keep that in mind. Couples like the Two of Cups. Seven of Earth, which is Seven of Pentacles. Been seeing on Seven of Pentacles a lot. There was some type of seed sown. Again, be mindful. Eight of Pentacles, right here, Eight of Earth. You sowed the seed, and now it's time to reap the harvest. Independence. Well, Ten of Cups, Ten of Water. Yeah. Wars, gnomes. That can be very whimsical. Ten of Water, Eight of Water. The Eight of, you all are. There was a seed sown, but you had to walk away. Somebody overwatered the seed. Your hard work, you climbing trees. I had the strangest dream one day about climbing trees. When you're going up and you have your eye on what you're reaching for, and you succeed, be mindful about what you do on the way back down, because there are things that will try to trip you up if you're not sure which way to go. This is an interesting read. It caught me by surprise, honestly. Let me just do. I was gonna go live after this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm feeling tired. And I had a lot of sleep today, so it usually gives me energy. That's why I make that correlation. Sacred waters. Some of y'all work with water deity, or water deity are trying to work with you. You need to be very open and protective at the same time. You have oak here. Don't just look within. Dive deeply into the eternal realms of knowing. Some of you might need to take a spiritual bath. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace. Unafraid of the presence, releasing the cords, I call her in. I call her deeply within. Yourself. The sacred waters that move within you. Some of y'all are children of Yemaya. Some of you have deity like Mami Wata, who is close. You need to, if you feel called to take a bath, add some salt. Help with the cleansing part of you. If you feel called to do that, do it. Some of you need to. If you're not sure what to do for a spiritual bath, do me a favor. You can book a session with me and we'll get that taken care of. We'll take a look into that for you. Stone circle. In ceremony, you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects thy worship into yourself. Y'all need to do some meditation, some real reflecting. Look into the idea of conjure music. But, yeah. Let's sit them down. Y'all got some deep, I mean, this was a more spiritual read. Y'all have like, this is a very spiritual read. Like, your DT, wow, I knew Wildcat was coming out. I don't know why, but I felt it. Again, because some of you are like Pomegranate. You are lovers again with the couple. Some of you, honestly speaking, were so afraid of losing yourself, and you've now passed the test. You're not losing yourself. You're not losing yourself anymore in what used to be or what people thought it should be. You are making the rules. Orgasm. Thrust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to your renewal. Spend time with yourself, literally. Allow to flow, what needs to flow to flow. Like I said, some of you need a spiritual bath. You need a renewal. Be around the things that renew you, make you feel new again, make you feel fresh again. Water, nature, outside, touching grass. Some of you need to go touching grass. For those of you who work better with earth, touch some grass. Those of you who work better with water, you need to flow. You need to take a nice spiritual bath. Get back to the elements. Let the elements renew you. I usually do a spiritual bath a week. And this week I was called to do it twice. I did it twice. Don't stop ignoring the call. Stop ignoring it, because when it's no longer there, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the pull away. So don't do that. Be still and tune in. For there is something afoot lurking alongside of you. I told you, there were people in your atmosphere. Now that you're breaking these curses, there's going to be some people around that are going to try to block your gifts, block your understanding, block your clarity, block your motion. The Ten of Swords, Ten of Air, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. And there was a Ten of Cups out here too, which is the Ten of Water. This is family. You've broken curses, and people are not going to be happy about that. That's why I'm telling you, you need to spend more time with meditation, getting back to the parts of you that feel renewed. Touching grass, touching trees, soaking in water, salt water to be specific, because that's cleansing. I said that you're now more awake. You need to be on your P's and Q's. Pay attention to what's around you. Like I said, Oshun, for some of you that work with Oshun, let me tell you something right now. Like I said, she's a mother. So they need to be careful. There are a lot of people that were messing with you. trying to bring you down, they didn't listen. She gave warnings. Yemaya gave warnings. Your mothers gave warnings. Your fathers gave warnings. Some of you are daughters of Oshola. And let me tell you something. A very virtuous deity. Kind, protective, all of them, as your children, as some of you might be parents actually as well. You went to go break these generational curses. There are family and friends who are pissed at you. Love lulls of sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the unfurling winds of my eternity. You were in complete control of this. I find it so strange. This young woman on this card, dark brown skin in water with red hair. And that's the dream I had the other day, except I now have red hair. Some of you might be changing your hair color. That's very relevant. Y'all got some big changes afoot. Okay, collective? I'm going to leave it here. You have people who are not going to be happy with the changes you've made. And that's okay. That's not your problem. It's not your place to push them. You are here for a purpose. Your guides are here to help you. But not everybody is going to be able to be guided down the path that is right. You have to leave people where they are sometimes. You're on the path, the right one. Keep going. Keep asking questions. Turn inward because the answers are always there. Speak to your guides. They give you answers in the most unusual ways. Meditate. Really listen. Really listen. If you need to, book a reading for clarity. As readers, we often try to read for ourselves, but the truth is sometimes we need the help of other readers. Sometimes reading for ourselves is not always the best thing. You need not perspective from someone else, but you need someone who can be biased when reading for you. And I feel like some of you might be readers. So do yourself a favor, book a personal session. I love my Lilith, my Black Moon Lilith deck, which is great for shadow work. I love this deck, which is great for things of that nature as well. Following your intuition, figuring out what steps you need to take next. Book a session. Clarity is needed for some of you because you've just made a huge, huge leap. You took a huge leap and you've made changes. And now that you have broken the generational curses, there's going to be more guidance you're going to need because people are going to try to come in and tell you were wrong. You might get that call but they're family. You have to understand when it comes to family, you have to understand when it comes to yourself, that your sanity, your mental health is most important, and you can't help nobody else if you're losing your mind, baby. Point blank, period. Okay, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Check me out on my Instagram at Diamond Botanica House, as well as my TikTok, which is Forever Diamond, and also on Facebook under Sierra Diamond. Okay, don't forget to book your personal session so that you can be entered into a raffle for a pair of free custom nails made by More Than a Virgo Nails. I will link her information in the description box below. And I hope that you found this very helpful. You all have made great strides, and I'm proud of you. Your guides are proud of you. Your moms are proud of you. They don't play about you. And that's where people are messing up. All right, collective, I will see you next time, and I love you.